back, man. Episode 59 of Brick Shots with Billy and Tonio. We got Tonio, obviously. Christian and Matt is on a little bit of a hiatus. Work comes in, gets in the way until we get famous, and then this is going to be the full-time gig. So, Christian, how you feeling, man? What's going on?
I'm feeling good. Not too much happened within the last show. I just relaxed, taking it easy, and I'm ready to get to our next show.
Hell yeah. Tonio, how you feeling, man?
I don't know, man. Finna have to work 12 for like the next 3 weeks straight. That's finna suck. Like every day for the next 3 weeks straight. So, yeah.
How's the shoulder?
Huh?
How's the shoulder?
Man, we out here, bro. We, back. Everything looking good. I gotta put on for my yeah.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Is your back feeling any better?
No, I can't. If I took out the running right now, I'd fall over.
So what all happened to you?
Basically, a little rotate or a shoulder surgery because I was only supposed to get like some pins attached, but good old Navy medicine, the MRI didn't read what it read, and when they got in there, everything was fucked up. So hour 30 minutes to 2 hour surgery turned to like a 4 or 5 hour surgery. And when you're under anesthesia, your body gets more relaxed than when you sleep. Because even when you sleep, your body don't relax. Like it's still. But when you out, then it relaxes. So they kept me in the same position and then got 2 herniated discs from it. And now the herniated disc pinching on my L4 nerve, and
that's crazy you say that because I got a fracture in my L3 and L4, and I've had it since like high school. But that's because of me thinking I'm the strongest man in the world, and I used to squat with no belt. Now, not to toot my own horn, but raw 650.
Ooh.
But
look at you now with the fucked up L3, L4.
What'd you say?
I said, look at you now with that fucked up L3, L4.
Right, I should listen to my coaches.
Hey, I'm talking about where your belt?
It's in the way. I'll do it without it. Came back to bite me.
The belts always made me feel fatter too. I was like, I know.
And that was another reason. Like, dude, I can't breathe with this shit around my stomach.
You know what he used to do with that raw 650 talent, Billy?
What's that?
Push little kids around in flat football. Go get your daddy.
I ain't ever give you the business on the field.
I've never been there for that.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, I guess I never did nothing like that. But as far as maybe break up a pass or two, but that ain't got nothing to do with squatting.
Yeah, no, you definitely broke up a pass. I'll give you that. But I had like a 5'2" quarterback.
So you on the O-line, high school, playing center, me on the D-line, playing D-tackle.
I'm destroying
goal lines. It's goal line, 4th and goal for the state title.
I'm destroying you. Like
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna sit you in your quarterback's lap.
Hey, I'm gonna sit you so far in your linebacker's chest, your safety gonna pick them up. That's just gonna be bad.
If that's what you do to me, I'm assuming I didn't let you get to the second level, so my linebacker made the tackle.
No, I'm
gonna cool you down before you get there.
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't hear what I said. Your safety gonna be picking you up.
If you moving me back like that, what they say, grab dirt.
Hey man,
I'm grabbing that mother.
If it's a goal line, I can tell you what to play.
I'll get a flag. I don't care.
We call 10 quarterback sneak. My cousin was a quarterback, 245 pounds. I don't know how he was playing quarterback, but we never had a goal line stance ever.
Running 5'5" out there.
Well, y'all running quarterback sneak with him, man. He already 240. That's like Jalen Hurts running the sneak.
All I gotta do is lean over. But boom, that's a crazy segue. I'm glad you said something about Jalen Hurts, man. Because he also is a 600-pound squat member, just like yourself, Christian.
Yeah. He wears a belt.
We seen that on tape, though. No offense, but I know you strong. I remember. But Jalen just got the bag, man. Billy, I'm gonna go to you first because every time a quarterback gets paid, it's another shot at your organization. How you feel about it?
So I want to say props to the lady that got him that deal. First of all, it came. I hate that the way we look at these deals. It's like we look at it all from business instead of like, look how well Jalen Hurts performed when you got him some help. Look at what he can do when you give him what quarterbacks need, right? In receiving help. That AJ Brown deal stole that deal. Like what a crazy fucking time. Number one. But good for him for getting the bag.
Also, my fault not to cut you off, but shout out to Nicole Lynn. That's her name. That's his name.
Nicole Lynn. I didn't want to say. I knew it was Nicole something. I didn't want to fucking.
Very pretty lady.
Very.
Absolutely, yes. But I do think there is something to be said for where this weird. It's like, so she is an agent, right? So they met in college and all that stuff. So she is an agent. And you could look at it where Lamar's mom isn't an agent, but she's his agent, right? She's his representative. But if we're going to compare the contract situation, if Lamar is asking for a fully guaranteed, this deal has nothing to do with Lamar Jackson. There's no comps to it, because if you're asking for a fully guaranteed deal, I'm sorry. As much as I want Lamar, a fully guaranteed deal is a bad deal. Look at who's doing fully guaranteed deals: bad teams, bad franchises, bad organizations. And that's not what the Ravens are going to be about. Jalen Hurts deal, yes, he's the highest annually paid NFL player we've ever seen, but that's not a fully guaranteed contract.
I mean, but right? 180 million guaranteed, that's more than y'all was offering.
But they offered him 176, I believe. Or was it 174?
It was 175.6 or something like that.
176 all day.
But again, if you're Lamar, if you're saying, no, you're paying me Deshaun Watson money, then, I mean, hey. But let's run through some stats real fast. There is going to be some changes to the show. I got a lot of not feedback, but like just some general talking, and we kind of have like an ESPN style show for a podcast. That's not the best way that I think we need to be going about how we're doing it, but we are going to do some numbers still. That's who we are. That's what we're going to do. But we are going to kind of broaden out our horizons. But real fast, let me get some stats going on.
All right, John.
Sorry, John. We gotta call that dude eventually.
Hey, shout out to John for his retirement, man.
Big shout out to John. I'm glad that he did his thing. But so okay, let's do 2021. I'm gonna give you two stat lines, and you're gonna tell me who is who. So 2021, 2,882 passing yards, 3,144 passing yards. Who is who? Who has more passing yards?
Lamar is 3,000.
No,
Lamar's 2,000.
Lamar has the 28.
Damn, in what year?
In 2021. Okay. 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
16-9, I believe, is Lamar as well.
No, that's Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing it in a pattern now, Christian. It's easy to guess.
So 87.2, 87 quarterback rating from 2021. Who is who?
Say that. So say those numbers again.
87 and 87.2.
87.2 is Lamar Jackson. He switched it up, Christian.
Yeah, I'm going 87.2 from a wise man.
Okay. You got 61.3 completion percentage and 64.4 completion percentage.
I'm gonna go 64.
Lamar completes a lot of his passes, so I'm going with 64.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 64 with Lamar just because of Mark Andrews.
Absolutely. Okay, good guess. All right. So 784 rushing yards with 10 touchdowns, 767 rushing yards with 3 touchdowns.
Lamar's got the 3.
Lamar has the 3. All right. And then 63.9 yards a game and 52 yards a game.
Lamar is 63.
Lamar has okay. So that was just for 2021. Let me do 2022 and see if it's any different for anybody. 3,701 yards and 2,242 yards.
2,000 is Lamar.
Yes, right. So that's 1,500. That's a 1,500 yard difference. I just want to throw that out there, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking a point from that, though.
What's that?
I mean, but look what you got. Mark Andrews, and that's it. I would get 1,500 more yards if I broker AJ Brown, Devontae Smith.
That's a good argument. That's a good point.
I'm just throwing out numbers to see where we're at, right? 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions to 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Say those numbers again.
22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
22 and it was 22 and 6. Hurts.
That's Jalen Hurts, yes. 101.5 and a 91 quarterback rating. Who has the higher rating?
101.5. That's going to Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, absolutely. All right, 66.5 completion percentage, 62.3 completion percentage.
65. I'm going with Lamar.
Nope.
That's Jalen Hurts.
That's Jalen Hurts.
Think about the roster now, Chris. In 2021.
Bingo. Now we're 2022.
Yeah.
All right. So 764 to 760 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns.
Jalen Hurts got a 13.
13.
Right. 63 yards a game, 52 yards a game.
63 is 63 and Hurt. Lamar.
That was Lamar. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Looking at those stats, man, Lamar does not that he doesn't deserve, but the Ravens need to get him more help. You could see the crazy, insane jump from Jalen Hurts' second year in the league to his third year in the league with all that fucking help.
Right.
Having A.J. Brown, and I think maybe that's what the Ravens are thinking with getting an OBJ to help Lamar do this. But
they still off though, because the what's his name?
Go ahead and say it. A wise man told you.
No, what's the tight end from Philly? Shit.
Dallas Goedert.
He good too. He might not be as good as Mark Andrews, but he's good. And you just got OBJ. Who the fuck matching up with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith over there in Baltimore?
Do we think? All right, fine. Okay, so if we take Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, switch him for Odell Beckham and Rashad Bateman, how much better are Lamar's numbers?
You talking about like they
skyrocket. They skyrocket.
That's what I'm saying is that the Ravens are not getting him the help. So it's harder to argue if you're in a negotiating standpoint, right? It's hard to argue. Look at these numbers, man. This is what you're giving us with shitty talent compared to what Jalen Hurts is getting us for X amount of whatever, right? The Ravens also pay, I think it's like $50 million more in cap space on the defensive side than the Eagles are paying.
Of course, y'all just gave Roquan Smith. Roquan, that's his name.
That's it.
Roquan Smith.
Yeah, Roquan Smith made him the highest paid linebacker ever. Of course.
Do we disagree that he should be paid that much?
I don't. I think everybody should get their chicken. I think a lot of the shit that fuck up a lot of shit got to do with the NFL owners being a little greedy. So now you can't pay what you. I mean, people gonna get their worth one way or another, but that means you can't pay everybody their worth.
Right.
Everybody not worth. There's not a 53-man roster that's worth. Shit. You know, everybody getting 10 plus million, 20 plus million on there. But it's some teams where you gotta pay the man to win. Now we see he just quit. We see that happening in the NBA, but we don't see it in the NFL. And I guess 15-man roster, but some of these dudes getting hella millions in the NBA. I feel like the NFLPA got to do like some looking over into that.
But remember though, there's only 12 to 14 players on an NBA team, so you got more money to spend.
But I'm talking about to keep some of them stars around. They got to be able to throw some more money around.
Hold on, real fast, Christian. So Tonio said a really great point that I want to bring up. Kobe, rest in peace. When he took that huge deal, what did the Lakers do after he took that deal? They did nothing. They were missing the playoffs.
Right.
So I mean, you can see it in real time, like what this does for money situations. Now you could argue the cap's not real. You can kick the can down the road, fully guaranteed, blah 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 blah. You can do all this, but that's not the way it's gonna work.
I mean, and we know that they're not paying people right.
Yeah.
They're not using that money right, Christian. They get $300+ million a year before the season starts. But look at all these reports of the facilities being ass, dead roaches and rats.
Look at Arizona. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like not getting fed, shit like that. So it's money out there to be played with. And I'm not saying to pay everybody, but you can't pay everybody, of course. But the stars. Hey, come on, man. To keep a quality team, you can't win with just anybody. You gotta have some kind of names in this day and age. So that's all I'm saying.
All right, so let's move on to speaking of the Ravens need to get receivers and the way that the Eagles got receivers in the draft, even though they traded their picks to get these receivers. Antonio said a couple weeks ago that this is the weakest receiver draft we've seen in quite a long time. And I want to disagree, but comparatively to the rest of the positions in the draft, I still think quarterback is the weakest, but they're just so needy, we don't think about it that way, right?
True.
So I do think the receiver class is weaker than usual, if I can say that. But I don't think it's as weak as we're thinking. Who, Christian, is the strongest receiver in the draft? Who do you think is going to be easy day one starter, going to change the league, like a Justin Jefferson, Devontae Smith, even last year, maybe like a Drake London? Who you got?
I got Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think
why?
Just seeing what he did 2 years ago. I think, even though Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave came out and said he was the most talented, just watching his games, and I watched a lot of Ohio State because, the rival that we have with him, so I want to see what we're going up against. He was the best receiver to me. And that's not by a long shot, but he definitely was, though. He can work the slot. He's not really an outside guy, but you put him in the slot, he's going to work. And he can I believe he'll bring 100+ catches to a team.
Absolutely.
Might not be his first year, but he definitely could work it towards there. And I just got him as the number one receiver in the draft to me.
Respect. Antonio, where are you going?
So Christian's picked mine, so I'm gonna go Quentin Johnson from TCU. 6'3" receiver, 40.5-inch vert.
Yeah.
Not that fast, but I think he'll be a possession receiver. Somebody you can get, he can run real good intermediate routes, and his deep threat is crazy. So I'm gonna go with him, as I think he's the second best wide receiver it is.
So go ahead, tell me what
in the draft. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so I was gonna say I'm gonna take a different turn because I think you guys hit the number 1 and 2 best wide receivers in the draft. But I'm gonna say the best value for the pick you're gonna get is gonna be Kayshon Boutte from fucking LSU.
I like Boutte.
I think he's really gonna change some offenses, and that's where I think a lot of teams in the second round are really gonna have to think like maybe this is the dude that we can get to. If you already have a number 1, and if you're looking at the Ravens, like not to boost my own team, but if you're looking at the Ravens having OBJ, Rashad Bateman, if he can stay healthy, and then you add a Kayshon Boutte to that, that's really going to help Lamar Jackson out. And I think he's whatever. Even if he doesn't go to the Ravens, I think whoever gets him is going to get a real good steal if they get him draft day number 2 or 3rd round. That's just where I'm looking at it.
Going into the draft, I really thought Boutte would have been the best receiver, but.
He dropped bad.
I was gonna say he had a bad year, and I think the way his release from the program at LSU, the way that went down, I think he's gonna fall from that as well.
Well, if you look at it too, it's really hard when you change coaches like that. That's why a lot of these dudes leave for the portal when the coaches leave. So Brian Kelly coming in running a different kind of offense. They bring in a different quarterback than you're used to. There we go. I was waiting for it. But you bring in a different quarterback than you're used to or who you thought you were going to go in with the season and all that stuff. I think that does add a little bit, and that's where I think the value comes in getting them late.
True.
Let's talk about Zay Flowers. He's been projected in a couple of the mock drafts. I don't know if you guys are looking at a lot of mocks like I am, but Zay Flowers is projected to go number 1 to the Chiefs, or in the first round, to the Chiefs. And he's also looking at the Chargers are looking at it in these mock drafts. Obviously, I don't fucking know anybody in these teams or whatever. But what do y'all think about Zay Flowers? Y'all think he's going to do anything in the league?
Tony, I'll let you go.
5'9", fast, but he might make somebody a good slot receiver. Quick feet, good hands.
Yeah.
But he kind of a deep threat. It's crazy. He's short, but he kind of a deep threat.
Kind of like a Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, we just gotta see if he can catch the ball, unlike Hollywood. What you got, Christian?
I think he's going to be I think overall a good receiver, but limited because of his size. So I think it's not going to translate great to be a deep threat in the NFL, which I believe with his speed and athleticism, he could sneak back there, but on a consistent basis, I don't have it happening. But if he goes to the right system where they utilize him the right way, which I can see him working in the Kansas City offense,
Absolutely.
I think he can flourish.
I also think that Jalen Hyatt, he'll be somebody that does something in the draft, or does something if he's picked up by the right team.
By the right team, bingo.
That dude is stud, bro. Like when what's his quarterback name? What's his old quarterback name?
Hendon Hooker.
When Hendon Hooker targeted him, his quarterback rating was 149. That is, that's like, and his route running is impeccable.
Now let me say this.
Huh?
I'm not saying Jalen Hyatt isn't good, but I do want to say don't allow those numbers to fool you because that's the same offense Baylor ran. And now the thing about that offense, they play outside the hashes, which means your safeties and linebackers are sprinting out there to cover them, and you get a fast receiver, they're gone. So it's a lot of space to work with. So, think about how many of those Baylor receivers turned out good in the NFL. No.
Josh Gordon. I'll throw Josh Gordon into.
What would he have? One good year, and after that, he just.
Josh Gordon could have been the best receiver ever if the weed policy was not.
True.
I'll stand on that forever.
But we'll name another one.
No, and I'm with you. I'm with you 100% because in the NFL, your linebackers and your safeties are going to be just as fast as you.
And no offenses are running that style offense.
Absolutely no.
So that was just a thing I wanted to throw in there.
That is a scary thing. Do y'all think the way offenses are ran in college does kind of hinder or help some NFL players going into the NFL?
Yeah.
I think so.
So I want to go with Josh Downs, the receiver from North Carolina. I just want to say the only stat that really came out to me was he had a 75% catch rate. So when the ball's thrown to him, he's catching it 3 out of 4 times. He's going to catch that ball.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild to me. He also had 11 touchdowns in 11 games with 94 receptions, which is
going. And I hate to seem like I'm just
bashing these dudes right now.
Right, but I like Downs. And again, I mean, small frame. It's hard seeing that translate to be the number one receiver. But again, you get him in the right system, let him work with the inside with safeties and linebackers. I think it could be a problem. But
so you don't think Devontae Smith kind of has maybe set a precedent of how these receivers can kind of work in the NFL?
Kind of.
Brown is also not the biggest dude. I think he's taller, right? But he's not a heavy guy. And
we gotta realize Devontae Smith done proved that frame shit wrong. He got.
That's what I'm saying. But did he set a precedent, or is he an outlier?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because he was a Heisman winner. We knew he was gonna be good as fuck, and he was getting his shit smacked in the SEC. So, I don't know, but we can't. Not only is the Devontae Smith, but let's look at the rules. You can barely touch a motherfucker in the league now. So.
True.
Yeah. Protected. Ain't nobody really running across the middle and dying no more because it's illegal. So
and you got
small frame might be the way. People might go for a small frame. Can't nobody catch me. I'm gonna just throw it over the top and let them, get after it.
Right.
So I want to go to a wide receiver that would have been the first wide receiver taken if he came out in the draft last year, Jordan Addison, when he was with Pitt. And that's the numbers I wrote down, not the ones from USC, because I think now, and again, this is another spot where players can benefit from going further in the draft instead of getting picked by some shitty team where they can go to a spot that's really good for them with probably an already established quarterback, so on and so forth. But Jordan Addison's Pitt numbers, right? So 1,593 yards, 100 catches, and 17 touchdowns. He led the league. That was last year, right? The year before he went to USC.
He won the Biletnikoff last year.
Yeah. Won the Biletnikoff? You're welcome, John. We know stuff. So I think that is a really great fucking another value pick probably later in the second round because of USC, his numbers went down a little bit, even though he had a Caleb Williams and that kind of offense. But those other receivers kind of helped bloom and do their own thing over there. How you feel about it, Christian?
Yeah, I think he'll be a steal. I like Addison. Good route runner, pretty good hands. He started off with not consistently catching when he was at Pitt. I was thinking Boston College of Zay Flowers, but yeah, Pitt. He got it together, got to USC. More talent, numbers are dropping. The ball's got to spread around. I think he'd be a good day 2 or a late first round steal.
Yeah,
I can see him going to Green Bay.
Ooh, that's a good, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be over there with Aaron Rodgers, who's not going to leave.
All right, man. So we touched our NFL, we touched our draft. Let's go to Christian's Corner. What you got for us this week, Christian?
Okay, welcome to Christian's Corner, y'all. Last week I wasn't too enthused. I figure I step it up again this week. We're gonna try to change it up. Instead of me asking player comparisons, I'm going to go more of a debate. Are we undermining the greatness of Tom Brady and LeBron James? And I'm gonna start it off by saying I think so. We want to criticize LeBron by saying he's not clutch. He's not consistently clutch. He at the end of the day, he's not Jordan. I think when it's all said and done, he's gonna pass Jordan for being the GOAT in the NBA. Jordan, we're not taking anything away from him. I'm not taking anything away from him, but LeBron, what he's doing, 38 years old, and he's still looked at as a top 5 NBA player. By the time Jordan was 38, if I'm not mistaken, he's on his way out. And everybody wants to talk about he's 6-0. Jordan is 6-0 in the finals. That's great. That's incredible. But we got to acknowledge LeBron went to, was it 10 straight finals?
Bingo.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, come on, that's I don't see that anybody behind him coming up now in the NBA that's going to do that. I couldn't see him going to 3 straight. I mean, as great as I believe Giannis is, I don't see him going to 10 straight finals. And he wasn't doing it with one team. He's going to different teams, and he's still getting them to the finals. He's playing at a high level at 38. Like I said, we see him as a top 5 player. No, he's not 6-0 in the finals, but he's been to 10 of them. Winning that going all the way is hard to do. And I think instead of just giving him his flowers and credit, we want to bash him and compare him to Jordan when it's almost not about to be a comparison. I mean, this guy, you don't look at him as a great scorer. He's just unbelievable. Everybody thinks Jordan's, he's a better scorer than LeBron, but Jordan's not even second in all-time points. LeBron's a pass-first guy if you really watch him and see what he does, and he somehow slipped up there, and he's the king of scoring. I think we just need to sit back and just realize what he's doing and give him his flowers. That's on the basketball side. Now, going to Tom Brady, a lot of people already give him the GOAT claim, but I want to say how 45 years old and we're still, he looks bad. Well, come on, he's 45. You name another 45 guy that's out there with these 25-year-olds and at least competing, keeping his team somewhat in the game. So I feel like we just give him more grief than we should and need to give him more flowers and accept and appreciate what we're seeing because we'll probably never see it again. Maybe come close to, but I don't think we'll ever see it again. I think, with LeBron and Brady, both of them stayed out of the limelight really, as in far as like trouble. I mean, we're talking LeBron doing this since high school. He's not getting DUIs or domestic violence charges, and he's got the NBA on his back. None of that. Yeah. He's raising a family, dealing with the media every day. That's got to be stressful. And not to slip up, and we're talking about 20 years. That's amazing. Same thing with Brady, and the way they take care of their bodies, helping them with longevity. It's just it's amazing. And it deserves some respect more than it's getting. What do you guys think?
Shit,
So-
I ain't know we were supposed to talk. You you ain't give us a chance to argue or nothing.
Well, that was my take on it. And y'all
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
yeah, go ahead.
So-
Go ahead, Billy.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I love these comparisons because it's a you pick whatever is going to be valued for you, right? So Tom Brady, the reason he's not getting a lot of credit for being the GOAT is because we also call Bill Belichick the GOAT of coaching, right? So
Right.
he doesn't get any of that credit. Now, where Michael Jordan, right? If we're talking LeBron's greatness, Michael Jordan doesn't get a slide because he had Phil Jackson. No one gives a fuck about that argument. That Phil Jackson also won a bunch more titles without Michael Jordan.
Right.
But again, Phil Jackson had Kobe. So is Phil Jackson really the GOAT? And you could argue yes, no, whoever, but you're silly if you say he's not. But with LeBron, with the Tom Brady, right? He's not 4-0 like a Joe Montana. If we want to use the Jordan argument for 6-0, let's use the Montana argument for 4-0. Even though he was MVP only 2 times, Jerry Rice was another MVP two other times.
Right.
So where like there's always like who do you want to just say? Like who is going to be the way you want to argue depending on how it is, instead of this is my how it's supposed to be, instead of this is what it is and this is what it is. This is why they're the GOATs. You can't pick and choose. Right. So I would say Brady is the GOAT because he literally won the title a year after leaving Bill Belichick. That's an easy GOAT argument. Now the LeBron James GOAT argument, why he's not getting enough credit, I think people are just worried about their nostalgia and who they love and who, especially with Jordan, how popular his shoe is. I think that has added to what he did on the basketball court. I just saw a stat today that Jordan, before he won any of these finals, the league did an expansion because he was making the league so popular. Again, not taking anything away from Michael Jordan, but there was 6 expansion franchises since Jordan was in the league, right?
Right.
The 3 years he won NBA championships, 25% of the league didn't even win 20 games of an 82-game season. So he's not playing. Once that talent pool had to dissipate from those expansions, that's when Jordan started winning all these titles. And that's something else that nobody ever – I haven't even heard LeBron fans talk about that until I saw that shit today. Yeah. So now I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, this is really what's going on. And then if you want to look at when LeBron left the East got incredibly better because LeBron went to the West, and the West took a significant dip because no one wants to play LeBron in the playoffs. It's easy to let him go to the finals, figure out your best team you can get to play him,
right,
and then lose the final.
So I feel biased because one was my quarterback and one of my favorite player all the time. But I'm gonna go in on it anyway. Christian, can you name me a player that led both teams statistically in a whole playoff run? Can you name me more than one player, actually?
And I'm talking rebounds, blocks.
I'm talking about rebounds, points, assists, blocks,
steals.
What?
Steals.
Who?
And steals. For a whole,
off the top of my head, I can't think of nobody.
I'm gonna tell you, it's one GOAT James, bro. Nobody's never did that. And then the shit that made me mad about, well, first of all, the shoes is a big reason because motherfuckers our age ain't never just went and just sat down and broke down Michael Jordan's game. Get the fuck out of here, bro. He's like, when Michael Jordan first started winning from 91 or whenever to 98, I was like 6 when he started winning. I'm playing in the little tight goals, just wearing Jordans. I don't know. The tongue out shit ain't mean nothing to me. Like, I ain't getting into sports like that till like 2 years later. So everybody be like, oh man, Jordan the GOAT that's 30 and under. Shut the fuck up. You ain't never like Kobe, cool. I can see that. Kobe, AI, them people, like, hey man, them my people. Everybody else, shut the fuck up. You only like Jordan because of the sneakers. But
because they heard their uncle and dad talk about him.
Exactly.
Good point.
One thing old heads don't like to bring up, man, Jordan 6-0 in the final. Well, let's talk about all these first round playoff exits. Let's talk about not making it to the playoffs at all. Let's not act like he came in the league in 91 and just started winning. Came in 84 and that team was ass. Like, and nobody brings that up. They only bring up the finals. Bron just had his first playoff, first round exit 2 years ago at the age of 36. 36, 18 years in the league. Took 18 years for that. And his first time in like 13 years missing the playoffs was like last year. 13, 14, 15, maybe 16 years. But yeah, everybody just like no, Jordan the greatest because he was always there. No, he wasn't. And at 38, they keep showing the stats for a reason. Jordan damn sure wasn't getting those 30, 39 and 7 in Washington. I've seen Jordan miss layups by itself. Still wearing big ass jeans. So let's take me off the thing, Billy. I don't know where this whole, I get it, bro. Like everybody had their GOAT during their round.
Right.
For some people before it was either Dr. J or Kareem or Will. But
you break it down pound for pound.
Yeah, we going pound for pound. It would be Kareem, Mr. 42,000, Mr. I can't be stopped. Or not 42,000, 39,000. I can't be stopped. Like that's Kareem. That's a GOAT. Like I'm not hating on Mike. Of course he was great. Of course, but I seen it again with rest in peace, Kobe Bean. But we ain't never seen nothing like LeBron. We never gonna see another LeBron.
And let me add to that. Were you finished, Tony?
Nah, I wasn't. You talk for 30 minutes. I'm gonna do this.
Go ahead, you got it.
We've seen many comparisons coming out of high school. Hey, this is gonna be the next LeBron. One that Billy hates. We'll talk about him later. Zion, nowhere close. Andrew Wiggins, nowhere close. Ben, I can't get my mind right. Simmons, nowhere close. Like everybody, this new dude, Victor Wemby. I hope he good, but he too small. He gonna be, he gotta get a little bigger, man. We'll never see another LeBron James. And like the Christian's main point, and I've even heard Charles Barkley hating ass say it. Bron been the best role model to ever come through any sports franchise. Because even late in his career, Tom Brady started hitting us with the wife shit with Giselle and all that shit. Hey, Bron ain't do nothing but be a good daddy, go to games for Bronny and Bryce, play on live with Zuri, talk about Savannah every week.
Have Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday with the team. And I'm just like Mark Jackson. With all due respect, I'll hit it out of the park. Hey, all he did was be that. Now, if he done did some shit, his PR team covered it up quick. But I don't think dude just did it the right way since 18, bro. Since 18, bro. Like this dude has been a model, opening school. Like you can hate him all you want, but this dude has been on the court, off the court, one of the greatest things we've ever seen. Now for GOAT Brady, hey man, it's a hard argument because I'm a New England fan and Bill's still there, right? But we see Bill on that Greg Popovich decline. Like, Tom ain't here. We just wondering along, bro. Like, yeah, we know y'all the Patriots. We gotta give Bill the respect, but Tom left and won right after he left. Like,
right.
Hey, I'm a motherfucker. Like, boom, give me some more talent. That's like Billy was saying. Like, give me the talent. All right, we'll give you Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and a crazy ass defense. Leonard Fournette gonna spin the block and be great again. Like
you said, crazy ass. I thought you was about to say the crazy ass other receiver talking about Antonio Brown. but go ahead.
Hey, you want a chip?
Yeah. Hey, put that shit on. Hey, like
business movement. I fucking love that.
I don't think Pat Mahomes, to give him kudos, he might get 4 of them.
And so far, he's doing it the right way.
He ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get 7. Brady got 7.
7. Oh, 7.
Me and Billy had this argument the other day. Yeah, he got 7 of them. He ain't getting that.
Never say never now. Never say never.
He not getting that, Christian. I'm sorry.
With the way the AFC is too, man, it's. I'm not saying impossible, but that's hard. Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow.
We gotta take Justin Herbert out of this for a minute till he show us something. So don't say Justin Herbert.
The playoff meltdown.
Yeah, let's say Joe Burrow. Let's say Lamar if he there. Let's say the running back. That's the quarterback for Buffalo.
Josh Allen.
Like, let's talk about them. Let's not talk about Justin Herbert. But bro, them dudes the GOATs in their own regards, man. But like you said in Christian Corner, man, please argue with us in the comments so we can tell you why you're wrong. We love that. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
But what you was about to say, Chris?
Well, I was just going to add to the ring thing. If people want to bring that up, then you easily have to consider Bill Russell as one of the best of all time. Nobody considers that.
You said easily? No.
Easily.
Conversation is over. If we doing rings, like
right. But I'm saying, people might want to argue and be like, oh, well, whatever the argument may be. But
Robert Horry got 7 rings. Is he?
No. So Robert Horry, not only does he have 7 rings, he's 7-0 also.
And when did he ever lead his team in any category?
In clutchness?
Nah, he hit a big
passing that thing up.
Big shot Bob for a reason. He did hit some shit, so he was contributing. He wasn't no LeBron.
I'll contribute too if I had fresh legs at the end of the season.
But yeah, that ring shit, I don't care to hear that because
it comes into play for I guess a little bit. But
yeah, but it's a lot of Hall of Famers out there ain't never won shit.
Right.
Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson, game changer. So yeah, that ring shit don't negate nothing. Yeah, you won, cool, but awesome. we not gonna. It's hella clips out here of Phil Jackson saying that Scottie Pippen, while they playing, better all around player. Ain't nobody never said that.
Let Scottie Pippen say it. He think he's just as good as Jordan.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about what his coach was saying while they was playing.
I don't know what they got going, but
they keep bringing the clips up. Like, yeah, Scottie guards our best player, the best player on the other team. Like the shit, and that's the shit. They move the goalposts so much, bro. Like Jordan, defensive player. Yeah, I'll be defensive player too if I'm guarding a plumber. Scottie guarding the best player, because we seen it, bro. Before he got hurt, when Jordan used to try to guard Penny Hardaway, he used to get his ass cooked. When he used to try to guard Chris Jackson, cooked. Like Chris Jackson was just talking about that shit. Like, yeah, they were telling me Jordan was calling me out, so I cooked him. Come on, bro.
But I mean, well, my thing with that is that's like how people Clay's better all around player, but come on. Who's a better player?
Nobody's
out of Clay or Curry.
Yeah, ain't nobody never said.
Yeah,
they always say that. How got better defense. And that's what I'm just saying. I mean, Pippen might have better defense, but
had better defense 6 years ago. Everybody hates Klay Thompson.
Well, I'm saying,
nobody fuck with Klay Thompson.
Everybody hate him. Everybody I think love Klay Thompson.
Nobody likes him. He's a dickhead that does this too much. Like, shut up.
All right, so all right. Before we get too into that, let's move on to the NBA playoffs, which we're all getting excited for.
Well, let's close that the right way. That'll conclude Christian's Corner.
Hey, no one came back for you to say that, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, Billy. You got it.
I was just gonna say, all right, so the playoffs started. Obviously, the Lakers are playing right now. We're doing the show because we're professionals and we're just trying to get this shit going on, right? Ja got hurt. The Lakers won game 1. Tonio, what happened in game 1?
Shit, Lakers just came out more energy, not like game 2, where I owe Christian $10 now. I don't, because a lot of people just try to say, hey, it's because Ja got hurt. Well, Ja left the game with 5 minutes left in the fourth. That thing was gone, man. Rui got going. Austin Reeves got going. And they was playing free. Tonight, we just talking about game 1. It's never been a game.
No, we can talk about game 2 also.
All right. Well, it's never been a game or a lot of games where we see LeBron have to only score 21 points and the team win.
Yeah, it's a rarity.
LeBron had 21, AD had 22. Rui and Hachimura took that thing crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, AD, because tonight again, defensively, crazy. I think he had like 6 blocks again tonight. 7 blocks the first game. LeBron, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, I think. But they played a complete game. At first, it was like, Memphis going to take it. And then they just turned on the defense. Like, they turned on the defense because, excuse me, everybody since the break, the Lakers been like between 1, 2, and 3 best defensive team in the league. So that's what they did. They showed they could play lock-up defense. And they were hitting shots. Now, I'm going to be honest. I want something. D'Angelo Russell, he had a cool 7 assists. I need more from him offensively. Malik Beasley and Troy Brown don't need to touch the floor no more.
Malik Beasley give you 3 threes. It should give you 3 threes a game.
Yeah, Troy Brown should too. That's what they're there for. But I don't think they hit shit again tonight. Disgustingly trash. I don't want them to play in the rest of the series. I want them to shoot around and then after the game, keep shooting till you make some shit. They didn't do nothing in the first game, but Rui and Austin Reeves did everything offensively. They got the going. Tonight, I knew tonight was. I didn't bet nobody but Christian because I knew tonight was a trap game. When your best player don't play, the Lakers all year have been playing to the level of their competition. Never playing above when they should, because realistically, most teams they play, they got the best 2 players on the floor: Anthony Davis, LeBron James. They never play like they do. Going to tonight, I want AD examined. AD had 13 points, went 4 for 14.
And are you looking at the stats right now?
Yeah.
Who was guarding him?
Shit.
My point exactly. That's all you got to say.
Hillman or somebody. He got blocked by a dude that was playing practice team quarterback in the XFL. It's just bad, bro. Like, I don't know. LeBron, 39 minutes, 28 points. At least he matched with points. He got to stop. I need LeBron to stop shooting the 3. He was 1 for 8. I need him to stop doing that. I definitely need him to stop doing that. Austin Reeves had a bad night. Well, not for real. He had 12 points, but D'Angelo Russell, 2 for 11. Got to be better. Hachimura came out the bench, did the same shit. 20 points, 7 for 12. I need that. Dennis Schroeder, 0. I guess Malik Beasley had 7, still ass. Troy Brown, 0.
Bro, that's why I say give me 3 points. I mean, 3 3-pointers a game. So your minimum is 9 points.
Bro, we need to switch one of them out for Lonnie Walker, bro. Like, something got to change because
it's that big ass center.
Ooh.
That's ridiculous. 37 points from AD and 13 points. He didn't even have 10 boards. He didn't lead them in rebounds. Like, enough is enough. You are probably the most talented player on the floor.
You getting out rebounded by 40-year-old LeBron James, AD.
And that's the sad part. LeBron has to do this again that I keep bringing up, that he at 38. No, he's not the 28-year-old LeBron. Nobody's physically going to be able to do it like they did 10 years ago at 38. So he shouldn't have to be carrying the whole load like this. AD should have took it coming out the bubble, hasn't, and he just kept it in neutral ever since. And the shit is just disappointing.
Like, getting outplayed by Xavier Tillman, bro. Like, no offense to Xavier Tillman, but it's Xavier Tillman. You Anthony Davis. Xavier Tillman will never be called superstar in the NBA. He made it. He's doing what he's supposed to do, but he'll never be a superstar. You Anthony Davis. You got a nickname, the Brow. You looking like the bitch. Can you get the plan, bro? Like, the shit is embarrassing. 13 points. Xavier Tillman, 22 points, 13 boards. AD, you got 8 boards.
I saw a specific play with AD backing down, trying to post up Dylan Brooks. He was struggling. So he gets the ball in the post, and he settles for a jump shot, a fadeaway. Are you telling me Brooks is a small forward, correct?
Yeah.
Are you telling me Dylan Brooks is keeping your ass from getting to the bucket? Come on, get to the cup and score. He settled for a fadeaway jump shot that he missed. It's just sad. And I think we need to because every time everybody, someone wants to talk about Davis, is if he did this, if he did that, if this would have worked, he would have been able to do that. He's just not gonna be what we want him to be.
Yeah, it's bad, but now I think LeBron done seen like, all right, man, I can't coach no more. AD done let me down again.
And I hate to see it.
I hate to see it, but moving from one LA team to another LA team, Clippers stole them one.
They did.
They stole them one, made up for it last night. Russ was doing Russ things. Didn't look bad though. He didn't look bad. He missed a wide open dunk, which was weird to me. But it was also reminiscent of when he was down there playing with the good old Lakers, just right across the locker room. But he had 28, 9 for 16, 3 turnovers, negative 13. So he playing way better. I don't think he no different though, because Kalu still set him down in the fourth zone.
Do we think the load management helps in the NBA now?
What, to get a fresh Kawhi?
Yeah.
That man has turned it on.
Yeah, but then you're saving your best player or whatever, but is it equating to wins? Is what I'm like. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, they stole one, right? They stole one in Phoenix, which is, hats off to them. That was Kevin Durant's first loss, but they also lost game 2. So I'm sitting here thinking, is that going to be the way that we're going to do this forever now, this load management? I think it might be. Go ahead, Christian. Sorry.
Go ahead. You got it.
I was just going to say, I think it might only be this like temporary solution for maybe 5-6 years. And then we're going to have to go back to, you're going to play if you're ready to play.
Well, the NBA did to make an adjustment to that load management move to win the MVP. You have to play a minimum of 65 games. So it's going to cause the players, I believe, they, as much as they probably want to do it, if you want that MVP, you got to show up. But I think playoff Kawhi is just damn. He surprised me the other night. The last 2 games, actually.
Man, when you take the whole year off, shit, you supposed to come in.
True. But maybe I guess he. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he played more games than I thought. He still played 60 games this year.
Yeah, and I didn't even think it was that many. I would have thought 40.
Yeah, I was like 30. I was like, there's no way.
I think some of them games fabricated. I need to see video evidence of that shit.
There might been games coming on NBA TV. Nobody's checking them out.
Staying in LA, let's talk dirty. Let's go down to the Bay, man. Draymond doing Draymond things. And Draymond is suspended for a game for stumping in. Well, first game he sat on Sabonis and nobody said nothing. I thought that was gonna be some shit. But then he stumped in his fucking chest. And I was like, God damn, bro. And Billy, you know who Drew Hill is? So it's a group with Cisco in it, bro. And they got this song where they do this dance and tell me what you, and they tagged them in there doing like the stump and said this is how Draymond was on Sabonis.
I ain't seen that.
We're definitely gonna clip this because that's gonna be hilarious in the real. I don't know, man. I think the Warriors are old. Like, they had a good run, but they're getting along in the tooth. And I think if they lose to Sacramento, this is all going to trickle back down to the punch heard around the world.
Yeah.
One punch ended it all is going to be the name of the documentaries for the downfall of the Warriors if they don't make it out of this series. And I don't think they do, bro. No Draymond. We seen what that has done to them in the past. No Draymond, even at home. The most clutch player in the game right now, statistically, with De'Aaron Fox.
Bingo.
I say the Warriors go down 0-3. And it's contract time for Clay, contract time for Dre. I don't think everybody gonna make it back.
So I'm with you. I think do y'all not think if Draymond addressed the media differently, maybe he wouldn't have got a suspension? Because if you look at it, right? So Sabonis did grab his fucking right. There's no disputing that. But if he would have came out and just been like, "Look, dude, the guy was grabbing my leg. What did you want me to do?" Right? Or if I lost my cool, I shouldn't have done that. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Right? I think that would have been a lot differently viewed, especially by like the way the league's looking at it, where Draymond is just like, yeah, the refs and calling the names of the refs out, like that's just not a good look. And right. Draymond's doing what he's supposed to do, and I think Draymond's being the not Draymond Green the man, but Draymond Green the player of, oh yeah, fuck all these dudes, I'm gonna do this, blah 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 blah. It would have been different on his podcast, I think, but the fact that he went to the podium, and that's the way he came out. I think that's why it looks worse.
See, don't get me wrong. I hate the suspension. I know who Draymond is. I like dirty playoff Draymond Green. It's funny to watch. But I'm like Shaq. The way Sabonis grabbed me, Shaq said, it would have been a lot of furniture moving down there. That's what he said, bro, and I'm with him. Like, you grab my ankle like that, I'm thinking you're trying to hurt me. So I'm going to let you get up. I'm going to beat your ass like I used to. I feel like the world is too PG. Bring back some of them fights, man. When Shaq used to punch on Charles Barkley, dunked on dude and pushed him out of bounds. It's like the most iconic play ever. Like, get off me, bitch. And then dude retaliated, which made it funny. He got up and threw the ball like fuck you, man. Like I could just hear it. That shit is like we gotta bring that back, bro. So I don't like it. I think they both should have got flagrant ones, cancel them out.
Been done.
Because it's playoff basketball, man. Ain't nobody paying to see star players get sat down.
Right.
We're gonna move on soon because we got something special for y'all. But Giannis didn't play again tonight. And the Heat are doing the same thing the Lakers did, not taking advantage of. They getting their ass demolished by the Bucks. But
the Bucks have always performed pretty well without Giannis.
Yeah, they had
same thing with the Grizzlies.
They had Tyus Jones best backup point guard.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Pay him.
Everybody acting like Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton ain't people. They still people, bro. Like they still get busy. So I just I don't think people taking advantage of it, but I don't like the ruling. Draymond being Draymond, we know who Draymond was. The league know who Draymond is. If you mad at what he say, do what you do. Get you some bread. Get you $25K up out of him. Don't suspend him. That watch basketball, man. But I think that might be a wrap for the Warriors this year, and we'll see it next year, man. See y'all in the summer league. See who y'all get.
Yeah.
I want that on tape too. I'm glad we got it because if the Warriors make it out of this, Antonio's gonna eat some crow.
I ain't gonna eat shit because they're gonna see the Lakers next.
Yeah, I feel like they're in a dog fight early, coming out the gates.
Well, Sacramento's probably the worst draw you could have got, I think, at the gate. Denver, say what you want, whatever. I want to see Jokic do something else. But
what you want? They beating Denver is beating Denver and Boston are doing well. Boston should have been a number one. They slipped early, but they doing what number ones and twos supposed to. Right now, Denver beating the shit out of Minnesota. I don't even know if the Joker done played in the fourth quarter, but I know Boston ain't been playing when they fucking up the Hawks. But we did say something about the Hawks. I don't think we said it. They beat the Heat in the playoff. And I think that was a strategical move by what's our boy videographer gone coach down there in Miami.
Oh, you're about Eric Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra. Hey, let's not play Boston first. Let's play our chances with Milwaukee because they sitting Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum with like 8 minutes to go in the fourth. Still beat the shit out of them boys. Let's get them out of there. And last game, Denver had went up on a 30-piece run on Minnesota.
Minnesota sucks though. It's so
Yeah, Minnesota's happy to be there, get invited.
And since we finished on a little earlier time, I wanted to ask y'all one more thing about the NBA. So a little note came out about the NBA. The most overrated players. I wanted to ask y'all how y'all felt about it.
About who they said was the most overrated?
This voting was from NBA players.
Right.
So can y'all, if y'all haven't looked at it, can y'all guess who they said the most overrated player in the league was?
I've looked at it, so I don't want to.
Yeah, I've looked at it.
How do y'all feel about that?
I don't argue with it.
Spot on.
Yeah. Those of you that haven't seen or haven't heard, it was Trae Young.
Bingo.
And yeah, I think that's spot on. Good talent. He just he can't carry the franchise.
For weeks, Billy. Once it came out, when they said, "Hey, it's free range on whoever you want to get rid of to improve our roster," who did I say they were gonna get rid of, Billy?
Trae Young. You did say it.
Who did I say replace Trae Young this year? Beginning of the year, I said this gonna be DeJounte Murray's team.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and hell, he's taking over as his team,
bruh. Like, it's just. I don't know, man. They had my boy Austin Reeves on there. Didn't like it. Austin Reeves definitely earned every bucket he gets.
Austin Reeves is like a perfectly rated player. That's crazy. So the only thing, so like if we want to make it interesting and not just say, chalk it up to just Trae Young, Luka, the dude that the Mavs traded Trae Young for in the draft. Luka is probably one of the, if not the most overrated player in the NBA.
Was he on the list?
I don't know if he was on the list or not. I just saw the end results. But Luka should have been there. What is Luka doing? Nothing. The same thing Trae's doing. At least Trae's in the playoffs.
I would say as an argument for Luka, I believe he's a better player, but he doesn't elevate the team.
Well, Trae Young's also not getting fucking bodied on a pick and roll. Again, I'm not a basketball player, so I don't know how hard a pick and roll is to get, but I've seen how players get through pick and rolls, and Luka's just like, oh shit, it's not for me now because I just got picked. So he's like playing in a rule where it's like, oh, you get picked, you can't play any more defense. That's the end of it.
Right.
If James Harden plays more defense than you, I don't know what to say to that. Like there's,
you're not playing much defense.
And we'll move on to the end of our show, the meat and potatoes of the show.
Ooh.
The funniest one was Rudy Gobert. And the reason why it was funny is because they was like, somebody on Twitter said, this shit coming straight from the Minnesota Timberwolves locker room.
They said about their own team.
So what? You 7'4". You get some blocks. What else do you do, bro? I know for a fact it's the dude that he punched in the shoulder that said that shit. Yeah, I know it was him. And then I know Anthony Edwards was like, well, shit, he ain't wrong, and Carl Anthony Towns was like, Rudy.
Right.
That was funny as fuck to me because that's all accurate, bro. You 7'4" and you have the offensive intensity of Andre Miller.
Hey, Miller was all right now.
Man, he was 46 years old.
Yeah, his whole career.
Yeah. That's crazy. But man, that's been basketball. So
hold on, hey Tony, since we got time, do you care if we talk one more topic?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Zion said some shit. I wanted to say it last week, but the way the show ended up, now that we got some time, Zion said some weird shit. I don't feel like Zion. I just want to throw out there, I'm going to throw two things out. Number one, I said this dude was a bust from day one, and I've gotten nothing but crushed since I've said that. Now, motherfuckers coming around, and I've been correct. But I also want to say, how do you not feel like Zion, but you're out here shooting them Gatorade commercials, windmill 360 dunks, and when you're in New Orleans to play an actual game, you're like, I ain't feeling it. Like, what? How does Gatorade get you to feel it? Is it the money? Is that what's going on? What's going on with Zion, Antonio?
The anime fits they wear on the sideline. Something wrong with his mind. He needs to go to a therapist. This man be wearing whole Naruto outfits out in public. I don't know.
When do you want him to wear the outfits?
Huh?
When do you want him to wear the outfits?
The privacy of his own home. He gotta wear that shit. Like, watch it while you're watching the actual anime with your blinds closed. Because there's nothing. Anime lovers, I like anime too, but I damn sure won't see none of y'all or myself in no anime. A full anime fit is sick, and that's what he do. I think, and he got the haircut like Lawrence Taylor from the '80s. So I think he's doing the same cocaine.
Lightning bolt earring.
Doing the same cocaine that Lawrence Taylor is on. And that's why he said that dumbass shit.
He ain't skinny.
Nah, he ain't. He doing that smack. He ain't doing the right cocaine. Something wrong with Zion, man. He need to go to therapy, man. It's these new age people, man. These new, because he ain't a bust. We can't call somebody for 27-8 when they do play a bust.
Yes, you can.
No,
as
you
the
can't.
number, as the
A bust is Greg Oden. A bust is Kwame Brown, who never scored or averaged this when they did play, Billy. They was just out there.
Is RG3 a bust?
Yeah. I don't want to say it. I just say his career was derailed from those bad knees.
That's what I'm saying. Derailed, that's okay. I'm saying, like, he's not a bust because he sucks. Zion's not a bust because he sucks. He's a bust because he can't stay on the fucking court.
And because he can't play, he's a bust.
I
see where you're going with it.
I don't think injuries can make you a bust.
That's a cop-out, dude. And I feel like we're, like you just said, right? We're in this PG era where we're just scared to say shit like that. Like people,
a nigga wearing anime fits for a bit. What are you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying though. It's like, dude, Ryan Leaf didn't play bad. He just was not fucking as ready as a Peyton Manning. He's a bust. It's just how the fucking world works, man. You just are not fit to be the leader of a franchise, and that's what you do with the number one pick. Like, this dude is gonna change our fucking fortunes.
Who does Zion remind you of that just came from New Orleans doing the same shit? He just played a little bit more, but he was always injured as well.
Anthony Davis went to the playoffs and won a playoff series. Zion has not done that.
One.
What does Zion have? What does it look? How does the future look for Zion winning playoff series?
The noise is crazy. I don't know what's wrong with him, Christian.
I don't know. I don't want to label him as a bust because, like you said, when he plays, he's amazing. But when he doesn't play a lot. So I understand what Billy says, that can be a bust because we want you to play. You're not even available. I just think it's running sour here. This is his fourth year, and I think they said he's played 82 games or 119. I think 119 in 4 years. Like, we're doing all these highlight dunks before the game, but it's game time, and you sitting down on the damn bench.
And how many times have we seen like really good players? And I'll do this for baseball, hockey, all that shit. Like where you're on a minutes count, like where you cannot play 30 minutes plus because they don't want you to get hurt. What type of shit is that?
That's crazy. Yeah, whatever's going on, the relationship isn't good. They just paid him, so he's got his money. I mean, I guess where you see if he really loves basketball or not.
You gotta let that pride go. Call LeBron, hey man, what the fuck did you do?
Or call Charles Barkley. That's who was big and lost weight.
I ain't calling Charles Barkley.
Well, LeBron can't give him no pointers on how to get his big ass down some weight.
Why he can't?
I disagree.
LeBron was never big like that, so he can't relate to it.
He was 280. That's big enough.
That's muscle. I'm talking about weight, just fat.
Yeah, but LeBron has made it work with Kyrie, and no one else can seem to make it work, right? We've said that before on the show. So maybe LeBron, no one can get Zion to lose weight. You throw LeBron in the equation, LeBron's like, hey, listen.
I think that's a different
monster. Hey, you're gonna have it's gonna be Tofu Tuesday for Zion.
Once again, Billy, like I told you when I was down there, the New Orleans people said if it get his mama out his goddamn house and she stop making him food every day, then he'll be down in the weight and they'll get to playing.
Hey, you're not gonna tell me move my mama away. That's not no.
Hey man, if you getting paid $40 million a year, put your mama in her own house up there and FaceTime every day if you need that. Like if 40 million, you need her to get on a flight, you got 40 million, you can get her there the same day, 2-3 hours a day.
Right. That extra over there.
Man, hey, Zion needs to find him one of them New Orleans women that'll be on here. Hey, I cook healthy and I cook on the weekend. You win the game. Boom, here we go. Beignets all around.
Hey, you play for more than 10 minutes. Yeah. I got you.
I would say he just gotta get serious and dedicated. Get down to about 270, see how you feel, then work your way down maybe 260. You know, I ain't gonna say 250, 240, that might be unrealistic, but lose some weight, see how you feel. If you don't feel like, you know, you can do what you want to do, maybe it's time to hang it up. Because obviously you playing the size you are now, it's just too much on your knees and joints.
That's
it. You can't even play half a season. That's all I got.
All right, so I'm going to give it back to Tonio, and he can transition us into the last thing.
All right, man. So like Billy told y'all earlier, we're going to switch it up, man, because we're a podcast. We don't want y'all to think we ESPN. We are the Regular Man's podcast, but we do reach out to women too. So when I say regular man, I just mean, you know, everybody. So we're going to do it. We're going to do some shit that we think y'all love, some shit y'all can participate in. I got to be telling y'all, comment. We do comment back. Comment on Facebook so Christian can see it. On YouTube, y'all don't be saying much, but when y'all do, shout out to Chris, because Chris lead whole paragraph. Shout out to Oliver Evans, because he left Billy a whole page. Shout out to whoever's texting Billy right now. And so this is what we're going to do, man. Draft day is up on us. It's coming quick. That's Billy's favorite time. Billy had me skipping work in the draft. I was sleeping drunk, but I was there. Slept through most of it, but I was there. Present. Body was there. So we're gonna do our own little draft, man. We're gonna go and draft the best logos. And y'all gonna have to interact because somebody gonna have to vote and tell us who won. So
big go.
Yeah, man. We're gonna kick this thing off right. We're gonna start with Christian. In the 2023 logo draft, you are on the clock for your first round pick.
Can I get the sound? Can I get the sound?
Can you get the sound?
Right, when they about to draft. Do. Something like that.
That's how I go.
Something like that. I think I may messed it up. But I'm gonna go. I got 3 picks. Do I just give all 3 of them, or I go? Y'all go.
First pick of the logos.
First pick. I'm going. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now I'm ready to draft. I'm going. Michigan Wolverines logo.
I thought we were gonna be able to keep this like unbiased.
Oh, it's not biased. Yeah, okay, maybe a little bit.
It is a little bit, and that's okay because the M is a predominant.
Well, this is my draft room. This is what we came up with. I'm not gonna tell you what to pick in your draft room.
Hey, you just took Johnny Manziel with the first pick, but okay.
We got the right.
I'm up. Christian bullshit his way. I am going to go with, since we're being biased, I'm going to go with the 1960.
Oh wow!
Yeah, New England Patriots logo
with the guy hiking the ball.
The guy hiking the ball.
Yeah.
The people that watch them play, I don't think are watching our podcast.
Well, we have throwback uniforms for a reason, Christian.
All right. With them in like 2 years.
Hold on.
They wore them last year.
Yep, we did.
Oh, y'all just brought it back last year.
Yeah.
My bad.
Get out my draft room.
I will. Let me make it down the hall to mine.
Yeah. Third pick, Billy.
All right. So I'm glad both of y'all went biased because I was kind of scared everybody would take this one, but I'm gonna go with the most iconic logo.
No.
History of everything. The New York Yankees.
Oh, okay. Go there.
You think Jay-Z, Fred Durst, the whole spectrum of everything. The Yankees have had the same logo since 1909, and they have kept it, and it's 2023 right now, and they're never going to change it. I just think the pinstripes, the whole shebang, the New York Yankees, best logo in sports. I'm glad you guys. I do like the 60s Patriots. I do like the M. I take the M at the third round because Christian, nobody was going to take it. You could have waited and grabbed them at the end of the
No. See, I'm gonna get a steal in the second round because I everybody's sleeping on my draft pick.
Okay, sure. Well,
I've got good scouts.
Who's in the second round? Go ahead, Christian.
Second round, I'm going with, I believe, the most. Play my music.
I did. Fuck up.
Let me learn how to shut up. Here we go. And with the first overall pick of the second round, Christian selects who I believe is the most iconic logo, the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, there we go. That's a little better. All right.
I think I got a steal. Keep your tongue in your mouth for something flies in it.
Fuck Dallas. In any logo, no-go, fuck Dallas. That's a terrible pick. Christian, you do not know how to play this game.
No.
I still got $10 coming anyway, so I'm good.
Let's go.
I like the pick, Christian. That was okay. I'm with you. I fucking love that sound.
With the second pick of the second round, I am going with Theodore Drake's 1963 Fighting Irish Notre Dame Leprechauns logo.
With the guy. What a pick. You know what?
Damn, that was my third round. That's a good pick.
Hold on, Billy.
Hold on. Before we play my sound, hold on. I do want to say my grandpa had a Notre Dame towel for a really long time, and I thought that was the coolest fucking logo for the longest time.
That feels crazy, bro.
With him being on the clock and using his time up to talk, I think he's going to have to forfeit that pick.
Who?
You, Billy?
Nah.
Hey, you know, dude that drew it was only paid $50.
Jesus Christ! Hey, man, that's how you make winners right there.
Yeah. You ready, Billy?
I'm ready. With the second pick, I'm coming in hot again.
Second pick of the third round. I'm sorry.
Second pick of the second round, but you're okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, and I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to throw it up, actually, in how we're going to do it. And that's how I know I'm just crushing y'all. The U. Right there. Second, dude, I thought that was going to be gone by now. And it's not. The U is literally one of the biggest college football logos we've ever seen. There's a documentary called The U for a reason. I'm going with the University of Miami. The U. Christian, back to you.
Christian,
I wanted to.
You ready, Christian?
Was it? Come on.
Oh.
Trying to get them to come and give me my paper. So with the first pick of the third round, two of my logos are off the board. So I'm gonna have to make a alternate adjustment, and I'm gonna go with the USC Trojans.
Not a bad pick. Okay, there we go.
Man, Christian's had the worst draft.
Says the man is picking the 1847 logos, and all those guys have passed away. And girl,
logo is still there. Let's go. Let's complete this win. With my second pick of the third round, my final pick, I am going to go with the Rainbow City 1982 Denver Nuggets Tetris logo. The mountains in the background and the city being Tetris is crazy to me. I don't think a lot of people respect it, but it's cool. I think, cityscape against the mountains, hard body.
Absolutely. When I ever play 2K, if I play the Nuggets, that's the jerseys that they wear every time.
Ready, Billy?
I'm absolutely. I didn't think I would just run away with this. So, with the third pick in the third round, the last pick of the draft, the Mr. Irrelevant, if you will, I'm about to crush y'all again. I didn't think I'd get to it, but the 1990s Tampa Bay Buccaneers logo, the pirate with the shit in his mouth, hanging out, winking with a big old earring, is my last pick. And what a great color scheme, good logo. Tony Dungy's Buccaneers.
Was that creamsicle?
I feel like, Christian, if you can afford it, because we're still like right there. If you can afford it, Christian, I think we should go 2 more rounds.
We can do it.
We can do it.
All right.
And I'm on the clock, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Woo! Put me on the clock. I think, can we get a quick commercial break?
No.
So I'm gonna go with oh man. I'm gonna go with the White Sox.
Oh, good pick. Finally. It took you 4 rounds, but you got one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the White Sox.
I like that pick.
That was a good pick. That was okay. Southside represents a little bit. Yeah, the 1920s gambling scheme of the 20s. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna go baseball too, Christian.
Ooh.
A better logo than yours. I am going to go with the 1962 New York Mets logo. The orange and blue with the city in the back and the bridge. Also inside of a baseball. The skyline being in the ball with the Williamsburg Savings Bank, the Woolworth Building, the Empire State Building, the United Nations, and the bridge. That shit's perfect. I ain't gonna
What year was that?
1962.
Great logo.
Yeah.
Great logo.
Hey, Bill, I think I'm giving you more runner for your money than you giving to me, bro. Because you picking iconic shit, but I'm making you think like, damn, that's kind of good.
No, yeah, that's what's upset me is you are picking logos that I think like. So the Bucks logo was what I was going with to kind of maybe like balance my shit out, but you're hitting these logos that like are gonna hit people at the heartstrings and be like, damn, I wish when I was a fan that this is what they look like.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that. But I'm about to steal it again because I really thought that y'all were gonna take it. I just want to say too, my wife also gets annoyed when the draft noise happens. I do that same thing.
Yeah.
And I do it for every pick. So she kind of, but whatever. I love the draft. But I'm going to go with the absolutely another iconic logo. And again, I am wiping the floor with y'all. I will say, Tonio, good second because I just didn't think to do so many throwbacks, and you're doing a great job. But I'm going iconic. The Los Angeles Dodgers. That LA right there. Again, and I'm going to bring in the rap community with NWA and Ice Cube and the whole West Coast doing that whole thing. And that's where I'm going to go, the LA Dodgers, with my 4th pick in the 3rd round. Or my 4th pick in the 3rd round. I got it right. Christian, back to you. We need time or what?
No, I'm ready. And I think I might have the steal of the draft.
This your last pick?
This is my last pick.
Let's go.
I'm going with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, just shaking it from me. God dang, I thought I'd fucking get a clean sweep. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, the stars, the big Laker, it shows showtime. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Oh, now Antonio's thinking about fucking 1973. The fucking
You're on the clock, so you gotta go ahead and play your music. And Billy, yeah, I do it too when the draft picks come in.
Yeah,
I do it too.
The most embarrassing moment of my life probably was it was the second round when the Ravens picked J.K. Dobbins. I've never been so excited to get a player before. So like it wasn't usually I just watch the draft by myself or with Tonio or my wife apparently.
Right.
And I got so excited. I've never seen a look of like disgust on my wife's face about myself, and she was just kind of like.
She didn't like the pick, or what? What didn't she?
Like? I mean, she didn't know the pick. It was just my reaction. She was just like, "You're not on the team. Like you didn't." Like,
right. Only true fans know.
Well, yeah, because I was like, "We need JK. If we take JK right here, this is gonna be it." And then it happened, and I was.
I thought it was a good pick too.
All right. So for my last and final pick, I'm gonna keep it old school, man.
Of course.
I'm gonna keep it with baseball because it's kind of funny, man. I'm gonna go with the 1969 San Diego Padres logo. Now, a lot of people don't know about this, but this one is a swinging friar. And what a friar is, it take you back to when we had castles and shit. He just used to run the castle. And he got a baseball and sandals on. This one was actually a tribute to Spanish missionaries settled by Franciscan friars, prominent when San Diego was founded. So this is hard. Like it's got a lot of meaning. And to this day, they wear it on the
real fast. Hold on. To this day. Okay.
Another clip. To this day, they wear it on the jersey sleeves.
To this day.
I know Kristen Reed did it. Might not be that good now. Billy.
Yes. Oh, that's me. I'm going to go with my last pick. My first NBA team was going to be the Lakers. Christian stole it from me, but I'm going to go with the 1995 Toronto Raptors logo. I just think what a sick logo to have. And I think the story, I'm gonna take a page out of Tonio's book and do the history lesson on it. Tonio has taught us so much about the history of these cities and what the logos mean. The Toronto Raptors, the expansion team of I think it was 1994, and then 96 was their first season. But Jurassic Park had just came out, and they took a vote in the city of Toronto and decided to name them the Raptors. And that first logo with that raptor, that red raptor, looking backwards and still dribbling the ball, just takes the cake for me. What a fucking logo. Their new little logo with the three things, trash. I don't know why you change it when you have this great logo you got.
Yeah, I like it.
So, like I said, man, it's been our first logo draft. I had fun. We demolished Christian.
Christian, here's what not.
Hey, I'm not worried about those guys, just the people in the comments.
But yeah, the comments. We need y'all to comment heavy this week. We need comments. Tell us who won this draft. I'm gonna do, because we got like a minute roughly. I'm gonna do honorable mentions that we should have did. Nobody said. The 1975 Seattle Supersonics, their logo.
Oh, yeah.
The Seattle skyline in the back.
Yep.
The 1970 Trailblazers logo, hard. The 1966 Dolphins logo with the dolphin with the helmet on it.
When he looks angry, not all fucking silly.
The Arkansas Razorbacks logo, which is just, that shit's hard. Just
good
hard.
Logo.
Alabama.
Green Bay's logo. It's trash, but it's iconic.
Bingo.
Let's see. The San Jose Sharks logo.
Sweet logo.
With the shark with the hockey stick.
The
Golden State City logo. Definitely hard, I think. The Chicago Bulls logo.
Yep.
The Baltimore Orioles logo with Walsh
With the bird or the fucking the guy?
With the bird.
Bird is sick.
Back.
Yeah.
The Permian Panthers logo.
Yeah.
That fucking P right there?
Yeah.
Man.
The
Dude, playing them,
logo.
real fast, Tony. I'm sorry. Sorry for interrupting. Playing them, dude, that P on the side, dude, there's something about it that like really like kind of like obviously it's in a movie, so maybe that had something to do with it. But like playing them, it was like, oh shit, like these motherfuckers are real. Anyway, they sucked, but yeah.
Damn. Well, your logo gives you some credit. Like it had you thinking, damn, these guys are gonna be pretty good. Or gave them some respect. That logo means a lot.
This one for Matt, since he ain't here, and Christian. The Detroit Red Wings logo.
Yes, sir.
With the so it's a wheel with that wing, dude, is just money, man. That's fucking a good logo.
To the people that really, Billy, he said NWA wore these hats. They didn't wear these hats. They wore these hats. The Oakland Raiders hat logo.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
And that's about it, man. For honorable mention of stuff we could have did. It's been a show. Christian, how you feel about tonight?
I feel like it was good. We one of ours was down and gone, but I think we were able to pick up where he missed out at, and turned out pretty good. I enjoyed the draft, and ready to get to the next week's draft. The real thing.
Yes. So next week too. So if you guys are hitting the end of the podcast, end of the show with us, we're gonna do pro football focus drafts. It's not gonna be. I like doing trades in my own drafts, but you got to pay for the pro football focus this year because it's actually getting bigger and stuff. So we're going to do the untradeable draft, which I dread. The show's not going to be that way, but we'll put them in the bottom of the comments and we'll see who has the best draft possibilities. And then y'all let us know with where we fucked up or where we could have done better at. Again, vote for the logo draft and see how much I'm going to win by. Even though Tonio, again, gave us those history lessons, which was great. The honorable mentions were all great. Tonio, what about the show did you love today? Because I know this was a great show.
Everything. I just like being on here with my dogs, man, putting it down. Two of my brothers, one I knew forever, one I just met, but brother Tim and Billy. Just hey, getting better every week, getting more views. Hey, shout out to that TikTok love. Real quick. Y'all see it. All I do is sip because I am from Mississippi. Shout out to my boy Lawrence Robinson. Y'all can hit him up. All I do is sip to get some sip gear support. If you're from Mississippi, I know a lot of our people are from it. Y'all see what it is. The real Mississippi. I ain't talking about 601 or 228. I'm talking about 662 down there in that Mississippi Delta where we get hot and we don't trot, you know. I'm just playing, but yeah, man. I just enjoy doing this, man. Every week we put on a good show, and I just need y'all to keep letting us know, man. If y'all scroll through it, it ain't nothing to click that like, it ain't nothing to click that share, man. Just do it. Just be a blessing and a blessing to come up onto you. Next Monday, we'll see y'all, boy. We'll be doing our draft show, and it'll be a good one because just like I won the logo draft. I'm gonna win this draft. Probably not. Billy do drafts exceptionally well. We got our hands in for us.
Show me some love.
Thank you.
I'll probably pay somebody to do it.
To pick them. Hey, now I think about it, that's what I need to go do. Y'all gonna win this. Hey, I got $10 for if you pick me on this podcast.
Hey, do this. Somebody opposite of Mel Kiper. Hey, talk to me.
Hey. Hey, man, we really appreciate all the love and support. Like Antonio said, nothing but a like and a share. Ain't going to hurt you. Ain't going to help you. Whatever you want to do, it'd help us. That's the thing that we're looking for. But this has been episode 59, man. We really appreciate it. Christian, you got anything to say to the fans?
Tell a friend and tell a friend. Like, comment, and subscribe.
That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate it, y'all. Thanks.